What's up guys, it's Cuts by Coast here with another tutorial. Today I'm going to do a transformation. We're going to cut his hair off and we're going to essentially go for the waves look. Obviously he's not going to have waves by the end of this haircut from cutting the top down, but let's dive into it. Alright, so first we're going to go in with our wall detailer, setting our bald line. Like I always tell you guys, that's the shape of this haircut, this taper. That's really going to shape your fade, so be precise with it. So here we are with our open clipper, then we're going to go halfway, and then we're going to go all the way closed. And this is how I always fade in a haircut. I move one step up and then I fade my guidelines down. And then after I do closed, if that bottom line's not all the way out, you go back to what you put the guideline in with. So you're gonna take the trimmer right there. Now we're using a 1-guard, and I'm using it closed right now. Essentially all the hair he has on the sides, we're gonna try to keep, because he's gonna have to have longer hair to brush those curls down in order to get waves. So we're just fading into what he has right now. Go in with our wall detailer and line up his C-cup and behind his ears. You guys know that once you line something up, it'll get a better look at the haircut for you, so you can see maybe a dark spot you missed or a spot maybe you cut too light that you have to adjust your fade to. So here in a second I'm going to go back in with a 1 open, I believe, and just kind of clean up. I started with a 1.5, but I think I go down to the 1 open just to kind of lighten up some spots in his hair. Shout out to Jamin Lee for the beat. You can find his YouTube at JVMINLEE. I'll put the link in the caption. So right there, I just combed out his hair because you can tell it was sitting crazy. You know, you always want to have a clean or a more clear surface whenever you're cutting hair. So first I set in my bald line. Now we're gonna go clipper open, and it's the same exact steps as the side. You can see over here on the right side, his hair kind of grows up instead of down. So it takes me a little bit to get this line out, but you know, we keep working at it and I'll show you guys how I achieve that look. So I know it looks like I'm giving him a super hot taper, but I'm really not. You can't tell from this angle right here, but he's kind of got a little bit of a drop in his shape of his fro on top. Maybe that's just the way his head's shaped. Another thing is, on this client, I always do a bald fade. So this is one of the first times I've tapered him in over 2 years. We used to do a mohawk, but I haven't done a taper, so it's a little bit difficult. If you can see, whenever I combed his hair out, it's almost like he already had waves in the back. That's just how his hair naturally grows. So you guys see me work this for a little bit, but I'm gonna get it out. I'm intending to drop this video on Thursday. I should have dropped one today. It's been 2 weeks since my last one. I've been slacking in consistency, but we're gonna get better at that. So right there, I just got done using my one guard open, just trying to lighten up these dark spots here in the back. So now I'm gonna go in with the Babyliss half guard all the way open. We're just gonna work that lever till we get the look that we wanna get. You can tell his hair kind of grows funny here in the back. I touched that on that earlier, but so now we're gonna go ahead and line up behind his ears. I tapered the other side, but whenever I was recording it, for some reason it was a very blurry camera view, so I just wasn't even gonna put it in there. I had enough film to make this video the length I wanted it to be, so you guys still got the full effect. You know, you got to see one side taper. We do the exact same steps on each side and on the back. Now I know this looks kind of silly, but I'm gonna be real honest. I'm not taking a comb or a brush into all that much hair. I know where his crown is. I know where most of my clients' crowns are. That's where I focus at on the beginning of every haircut. Whenever he had short hair and he was brushing it before, you know, I knew where it was. I just remembered. But so right here, we're taking a 1.5 guard through here. He was nervous when I said 1.5 because he, you know, a 2 sounds safe, but you know, that 1/16 of an inch ain't gonna change a whole lot. This is gonna cut it a little bit cleaner. Here I'm gonna go back in with a comb, and just because we didn't comb it at all, you know, I just kind of separated with my hands. We're gonna make sure it's laying the right way, focused around his crown, and we're gonna run that 1.5 again now that we got the extra hairs that we missed the first time. As you can see, there's still hair coming off of there. So you just always want to double check everything you do when it comes to cutting the top, making sure that you got the right shape of the haircut. Using a one guard, going with the grain, clipper all the way open, and if it didn't get it right, I would go in close. We left all this hair and just tapered into it, so now we have to blend it in. Even though we want to leave most of the hair so he can brush it, you know, it's got to look good right now too. You know, he can get the waves later on. He don't need all that extra hair. So now we're double checking and cutting down the front hairline so we can put a little bit of a sharper hairline. Here I'm going back in and just polishing the haircut. This is the difference between a haircut and a service. I'm trying everything I can to achieve that perfect look for you. A haircut, you know, just a quick little $15, 30-minute haircut. You know, they're not gonna do this. They're just gonna cut you one time, what they see fit, and they're gonna let you go. Here I'm gonna put a hot towel on him. We just cut off all that hair. Not all that hair is super fresh, so we're gonna refresh it before we put a sharp line on his front. 10 times out of 10, I'm gonna use hairspray and get this hair to lay down. You know, you can use spritz, hairspray, whatever, mousse, let it dry, but you want to make sure that the hair is fresh and laid down so that it's not going to pop up, curl up, whatever on you whenever you're putting a line on a client. Because if it pops up, you know, you're going to have to keep working on it, keep irritating the skin. It might not irritate it at first, but you know, you put that trimmer on there 20 times off and on, it's going to irritate the skin a little bit. But here I end up using the Gold FX. It just helped me get a better angle on them. I do like the detailers better though, so don't make this seem like I'm picking the Gold FX over 'em. And here you can see it looks really light in his corner, but we've been doing a part in his front for a while. So here in a minute we're gonna re-put that in, and I'm actually make it a little bit deeper now that his fro's gone, because you know you want that part to be seen. We're gonna put it in there. So right here is a big reason why you're gonna use hairspray. Aside from it holding the hair down, it puts that sharp white line on them. You know, obviously the darker their skin tone, the easier that line shows up. But you can really step back and look at it in the mirror, you know, with that white line, and tell exactly how even it is. So we're gonna cut right into this part. You want to make sure that you set up, you kind of got to build it. You want to set up a blueprint, and then you want to go back in, comb the hair both ways and see what's hanging over. You want to cut anything that's hanging over. So we've been doing that little baby part, but I just kind of asked him what he wanted to do. He said whatever I wanted to do, because you know, once I cut you so many times, I know what's best for your hair. So I know I keep what's best interest in mind. I might have said that wrong, but whatever. You know what I'm trying to say. So we're really getting in there and putting that part in there. We don't want it to be hidden, you know, it's there for a reason. So we're gonna make it a little bit wider in the front and taper it in the back. And of course, we're gonna use some enhancement to take this haircut to the next level. So right here, I'm using the Sean Cuts Hair color card. Get it at SeanCutsHair.com. I mean, just look at the angles you can get from using this color card. And this is just a quick sample. I'm not even using it for every purpose just yet. I'm gonna use it to make his part a little bit darker right here. See, you know, it's just, you can just use it in so many different ways. You know, for $10, it's, you know, you should cop that. You can see he's a little light in his corners, not too bad, but that's what's so perfect about that Tune 45 no drip. It sticks to the skin and not to the hair, so you know, it stays in for a few days rather than just 1 day or 2 days from other products. Right here on the C cup, I get it just a little heavy. So I'm gonna go take a towel and put a little bit of alcohol on it and brush it off, and we're gonna reapply it. So we're just gonna go back in and line up his hair just to clean it up, make sure it looks just right. And then again, I got this beat from Jamin Lee. You know, Jamin makes a lot of beats, but don't post any haircuts on YouTube. He probably ain't gonna watch it, so he ain't gonna hear it, but I'm gonna still say it. Now we're gonna go in the part with the razor, and yes, I'm dry shaving it. His skin's not too sensitive, so it's perfect to use on him. And just make sure that your people don't have sensitive skin if you're going to dry shave, but It absolutely gets you the most crisp look. I mean, look at that line where I took off that hairspray that had previously dried. And this is the finished product. I got a couple angles of each side for you. You can tell I definitely saved his life with this one. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Like, subscribe, tell your friends. I appreciate you guys tuning in. March 7th to the 11th, I'll be at IBS New York, so if you see me, come holla at me. Appreciate all you guys watching again, and Cuts by Coast. I'm out of here.